Welcome everyone, it is Friday. We are back again with another edition of this thing that we do on Friday sometimes. Game development in Godot. Anyway, welcome Koku, welcome Stream Elements, welcome Ranmu, welcome Duck and Zully. And Koku, thank you for the 5 months. And also, welcome Potato, welcome Edward Bra. Alright, everyone's here. This is today's image. It is a mushroom, because that's relevant to the game, that's right. In this game, we've got mushrooms, we've got spikes, we've got crates, that's literally the entire game. And now we have snow. By the way guys, I've added snow. Well, the snow emote when? Never. Because it is not relevant at all, ever, to the game. I mean, it's relevant to the game, but not the stream. Alright, so what the heck? Spoilers, by the way. National Public Gardens Day. No, I meant to open up Godot. Godot run command. There it is. And then also, gotta open up the usual Windows subsystem for Linux, so that I can check what I've changed since last time. You may be like, Wolfie, what have you changed? What are the differences? I'm gonna go to the next song. What have I changed? Good question. I'm also gonna skip this song. This song is probably fine. Alright, so look at this. We've got snowy biome. Wow. Welcome Old Man Diabetes. Look at this new stuff, new texture, new snow area. We've got mixture of snow and grass. Look at that texturing. You seeing that dithering right there? You can have some snow interspersed with non-snow areas. Welcome Hamp as well. Alright, let me check the actual logs. So last time I streamed this was on Monday. And let's see, on Monday, I think I started adding the snow, but I did not fully implement it. And I also didn't have a transition between snow and dirt. So I've added decoration tiles on top of the snow as well. You can see right here, there is some unevenness to this snow. Now you might also notice, if you'll remember last time I streamed this, we had obstacles overlapping with decorations. So sometimes you might see like a bush in the same area as a crate or a mushroom. You might see some decorations overlapping with spikes. I have fixed that. I have updated. I have taken the suggestion of the developer of this plugin, the terrain plugin. And what did I do specifically? Good question. I've added a script that you can trigger. That's right. Now if you look here on the right side of the screen, you'll see an update decorations button that was not there before. Welcome Guacamigo as well. Are you spiking us? No. I don't even know what that means. So remember last time when every time my computer is crashed. Alright, I'll show you after my computer restarts. Whenever that is. This is a thing that happened. It's unrelated to game dev, it just happens in general. I still don't know why it is. It's been happening for years. But it's fine. I just deal with it because I only use this computer when I'm streaming. So it's not that big a deal. I usually turn on my computer 15 minutes in advance. Usually it has restarted enough times that it stops doing that. But it appears that today is not such a day. So I'm gonna have to wait. Anyway, how's everyone else doing? You all having a good Friday? It's May 9th. May the 9th be with you. Can you believe it's already 1/3 of the way through May? As long as you don't spike my drink, that's fine. I don't even know. I don't even have anything to spike it with. I have no such thing. I built an IKEA shelf. Which one? Which specific IKEA model? Alright, I'm gonna hold down the power button on my PC. And it appears that it's not doing it on its own. This happens sometimes, it's fine, don't worry. They are all cal. Oh, that's the one that has like, it's like an 4x2 sort of like square, what's that thing called? Like a cubby hole, is that what it's called? Yeah, the boxes. I've seen those. I don't know why I recognize the name. I feel like we've talked about it on the stream before. And that is probably why I know it. The 4x1, what about the 4x2? What about the 2x4? You could align, it could be a 1x4 as well. You can align it in many ways. Alright, we gotta wait. Godot. We gotta open up Godot again. Built a 3x1. What the heck? I didn't even know they had those. Although I've also never been to IKEA, so I actually have no context on any of this. Alright, we're opening it up again. We've attached to Tmux again. We're gonna open up Celeste again. Welcome, Panis. Alright, so as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by my computer restarting, there is a new button now. This button that says update decorations, that was not there. That was added by me specifically. So if you'll remember last time, I was using the paint bucket tool and manually going into every one of these and like filling in this one and filling in that one and this one. But it was, you know, it was kind of annoying because we had these islands that were not connected. And then if we had overlapping items, I had to like, you know, remove it somehow. So there's a script. That's right, I've implemented a script. And this was based on the suggestion from the developer of the Better Terrain plugin, who was in chat last time. He said, I would simply just have a script that updates it. And I was like, that sounds like effort. And then I did it, and I was like, it's not that hard. So here is the gist of the script, okay? It goes through every single cell that's being used in the foreground layer, and then it checks if there's something above it. If there's nothing above it, that means we might want to update it, because you know that the grass appears above other stuff. So we append to cells to update, and then we update the cells, and that's all it took. This is literally all it was. But then I also had logic where like I didn't want the decorations to overlap with stuff. So let's see. Actually, I have a repair cells thing here that resets it. Look at this, okay? Normally we would have a bush on the same tile as this mushroom. You might have some grass on the same tile. You might even notice that on the spikes we have decorations that are a bit confusing. Like this, right? We got grass on the spikes. The users might be confused. They might be like, what the heck? Grass on the spikes? That makes no sense. Update decorations runs through all the tiles that have an empty or decoration tile above it, and then it updates it, and then it removes things that are on the same layer. And so it makes it so much easier. Welcome, Tag Barrel. So it goes through all hazards, it goes through all obstacles and ladders. And then if it's already empty, it's fine. If it's not empty, we remove ones that are overlapping with ladders. And then we also check left, right, and above. If those are all decoration or empty, we also remove those. And that's all it took. It is actually that simple. So then now whenever I update a thing, let's say for example, if I wanted to set the grass spawn rate to 100%, probability 1, right? Normally I would have to go through here. I'd have to like, you know, click on terrain, click on this thing, click on the land, and then sometimes it doesn't work, and then I have to go back, click on this one, click on the dirt, and then click on this, right? And then the grass gets populated. But now, instead of doing that, I can just click this one button. It does the entire map. Whoa, look at that. It updated everything. It's crazy. But I don't want that because that's too much grass. So we go back. We set it back to, what was it, 0.3, I think? Yeah, it was 0.3. Update decorations. And now, you know, the grass has been reset. So that was a convenient thing. As I added new decorations, I don't need to just, you know, manually go through and update all of them. All right, and then the next update, we have snow. That's right, that is the title of the stream, that I have added snow to the game. Now, you might think it's just snow decoration. No, no, no. There is even more, okay? You might be like, Wolfie, what do you mean? There's already so much. It's got a blue tile, it's got whatever. The way I did that was the other one, the dirt tiles, use a red mask, as you might see here. And then the snow uses a different secondary mask, which is now green. I probably should have chosen blue because that makes more sense. But I chose green. And then now you can assign a second texture that gets replaced. It takes the green and then it replaces it. You could use it with anything. You could even, you know, put the dirt texture in there. And now look at that. It looks pretty weird, right? That's fine. We remove it. And then I added, you know, the snow decoration. You know, we got some decorations to add some unevenness to here. Add some variety to the landscape. And then you're like, oh, but then like, what's the deal with the clouds? Remember the case where like you had the clouds up here, but then they were the same color as the spikes? I also need to fix this though. Over here, we still have these ones being the old texture, so I need to update those to be the blue one. But then, okay, but this is so new. You're gonna look at this, you're gonna be like, what the? How did he do that? What the heck, man? He's got different different things. Okay, hold on. We're gonna move the character over here. So we have areas, okay? We've isolated the snow area to this part of the map. You might be like, what is this box here? We have several dividers, okay? Collision shape 2D, which is this box right here. Collision shape top, which is anything above. It's pointing down, but it's anything that's above. This Y coordinate is part of this collision shape. Anything that is to the left of this is in this one. And so now, whenever you enter this area, there's actually going to be snow particles. Oh, it is lagging. Did my computer crash? It's not supposed to take that long. It worked totally fine on my Mac. Maybe on Windows there's some performance issues, but we have snow, okay. Now maybe it doesn't work so well on Windows. I gotta test it. Maybe I'll lower the amount of snow. It should not take this long. But as you move to between areas, it starts snowing. As you leave the area, there is no snow. Okay, look at this. We got snow here. We got snow. Why does he get respawned there? It's a good question. That's not supposed to happen. Why is that happening? Does anyone know why that's happening? It should not be happening. Did I okay, I need to look into that. Let's add a to-do note. And note that no one is going, whoa, streamer, what a great thing you've added. Literally, it's Friday. Okay, to-do Y respawn point in previous room when entering snow area. Alright, so we got to check that. I don't know, but I will figure it out. If I launch the game and go to this area, okay, it doesn't lag. It appeared that it only lagged the first time I tried it, and I don't know why. Anyway, we're here, we have snow. You can adjust the direction of the snow, you can adjust the intensity, the number of particles. And I think that's pretty cool. Then you go up here. I also fixed this thing. Remember last time when I had when the text box was below the screen, it would get cut off? I fixed that. I simply added a border around it. So instead of checking whether this is on screen, it checks whether this plus like 4 or maybe 8 pixels around it are on screen. And then if it doesn't, it moves it above. All right, and then we have this. Okay, this one, it's all here. I need to update these I can't even talk, these one-way platforms to not be grass. And also this platform. This one must be updated to not be a grass tile. Do you see that? How did I survive that? It was quite strange. But it's totally fine, actually. Alright, and then now that we have snow, you know, once you are in this area, it will be snowing, and then you go to the top, and then, you know, that's the end of the game. But then if you were somehow to go back down here, it would turn it back. Also, you might notice that we have transitions between snow and grass. Okay, this is a bug. This one I think needs to be fixed. I thought I fixed that. It turns out I didn't fix it. Alright, so let's see. We got the foreground right here. And then you add the dirt right there. Okay, that fixes it. Well, that's good. That's good. That's what I expected. Alright, so how does this work specifically? How do we have this dithering transition between snow and grass? Well, if you open up a sprite, for example, you may notice that I actually have a new set of tiles that have been added. This dual grid right here. Look at this. Okay, we got this one. This is for the dirt and grass. Then we have this one for snow, and then we have this one. You're like, what is this? This looks crazy. What is this? Since we are using green for the blue background, which is this blue stuff right here, is replaced by this green. Sorry, this green is replaced with the other thing. Okay, and then all I do is I have two of these, and then I use these as transition tiles. So if you have snow next to grass, it does some nice old dithering. So you have something like this, it adds some detail, you can mix and match them. Unfortunately, it is kind of annoying that if I had a third background type, like if I had, for example, a cave area that had a different type of tile, I would need to like mix and match. I would need to make one of these as well that has green and perhaps blue. But the good news is that I don't plan on having cave areas be directly next to snow areas, so that is something that I will not have to care about. Anyway, that's it. That is all the updates, and now that's the end of the stream. Thanks for watching. We're gonna raid someone. I'll see you next time. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. This guy's joking. This guy's joking. I'm just kidding. Welcome, Amplo. Did I welcome Ron? No, you were here. Anyway, okay, so that's all that I've done. Okay, and now for like, maybe like, but Wolfie, what else are you gonna do today, huh? What are you planning for today? I think I'm gonna update these one-way platforms. I did update a script. So previously I had these one-way platforms just be like this, right? But then it looked kind of weird to have these floating grass things. I did say maybe that I would want them to be like bridges or whatever. But I was thinking, you know, some games have, for example, the one-way platforms are actually in the background. So here's what I mean specifically, okay? If I have snow, let's say I have like a snow thing like over here, right? It's like this. And then if I launch the game, this snow thing is a one-way platform. Also, okay, this is a new thing that I added as well. I've added the shader that makes this thing, you know, you've replaced the green texture with the actual texture. I have updated it to also accept a mixing value. So if you scroll down here, you scroll to the shader parameters, mix color. I probably shouldn't have called it mix color, but this allows you to darken the thing. So I don't have to like draw a separate texture for the background colors. I could simply just make this darker. So here, like if I made this really dark, it updates in real time. I forgot what I had it as before. Let me undo that. What did I set it to? 80. It was at 80%. Okay. So now we have a background layer. Look at that. And there's a one-way platform. So then if you were to go below, you can actually intersect with this. and then you can go up, and then you can't go back down. So that makes it a bit more interesting than just like a floating empty platform like this. But then I did kind of notice that I didn't really design the levels around this. I did kind of just have floating platforms. So this thing being aligned with this thing may not look that good with the new setup. I may need to go back and redo some stuff. But then since this one, before I just had it as one tile across. Sorry, one tile vertically and multiple across. I did need to update the script that I had. This one here. So that rather than checking all tiles, I only check the ones that are at the top of the platform. So like, instead of checking all of these and making this one collision layer, you can actually see it. If I enable collision shapes, and then I load the game, is that only the top one has this collision. And you'll see the arrow pointing down indicating that it's a one-way platform. But then if I were to remove it, then the entire thing would be its own thing. But I don't want that. It's going to be one singular thing, okay? So that's it. That is that's it. And now I just have to start updating things. Start adding, you know, some areas. I go back in the game and then I figure out, you know, these platforms right here, instead of being floating platforms, they could be, you know, like this. But I tried doing this and it doesn't look good. I don't know if you can all relate to this. It's simply, with the way I've designed it, it does not look that good. I take the player, I put them right here. It was mostly optimized with, you know, the idea of floating platforms in mind. This is not a floating platform. It looks a bit weird, you know. You have this stuff on the side, this stuff over here. But maybe it's fine. Maybe, you know, it's actually maybe fine. I don't know. But then there is another issue, though, is that in some of these places, I do have multiple of these stacked on top of each other, which my current thing does not handle. Like if we look, for example, this one right here, right? I can do this, and that's fine. But then I want like another one above it. But that doesn't work because they're combined, right? They're simply combined. I can't do like arbitrary combining of these guys. And so that's a bit messed up. That I cannot even possibly do it. The only thing would be if I were to add a secondary. If I just duplicate this and have multiple one-way platform layers, that's possible. I could also perhaps just like manually set these. Like I think I could just do this, right? Actually, no, that would not work because these would not be considered one. Okay, that also breaks it. So I can't do that. I would need to then, what would I need to do? I would need to, I guess I'll just make a second one of these on a different layer, the lower layer perhaps even, possibly. So maybe I will. Maybe I will in fact do that. I've duplicated it. One-way platforms 2, older. And by older, I mean, you hear that door slamming sound? Okay. You have the one-way platforms, number 2, the second one below. And then I guess with this one, I could then, it has the same script, so then I can just put this one here. Or this one, hold on. This one here, and then this one is actually the other. I should have done it the other way. So the way that Godot works is that the layers that are above are the ones that are actually below, which is confusing. Maybe it's not that confusing. This one gets drawn first, and then this one gets drawn. So then if I were to put this one would need to be the one in the back. Thank you, Godot. I think it makes sense, you know? The draw order goes from here, and then it goes down here, and then it goes to this one. And then if you're drawing afterward, then, you know, then that totally makes sense. But then if I do this, though, this one right here, this one, so then that works, I think. If I were to take the player and put them here, we can validate that this works. It does work. It does actually work. Okay, well that's good. I think it looks a bit weird though, because like this has the same kind of like, it is darker, but it has like the same texture. Actually, is that fine? Do you guys think this is fine? I don't know. But then I need like a third one for this one. Yeah, it's kind of confusing. Welcome Slime Molder. Where's that emote? Burnt 14 sit. Anyone burning and sitting in the chat? Any burners? Okay, so I need a third one. I need a third such layer. Okay, what if I just make a... If I simply add a node 2D, and then this will be one-way platforms. This one, we put them all inside this one. Okay, one-way platforms, and then this one will be back. This one will be middle. Model, middle, middle. And then we have a third one. Wait, did I duplicate all these? Is this, I should not have duplicated. I should have made a new one, because now it has all the existing ones. Let me delete all these. Delete all the platforms. Alright, it's gonna take a while to do that. I probably should have just used, probably should have used this one, but that's fine. Fine, it's going. It might even crash. I don't know. I never tried this. Never tried deleting all. Okay, they're done. So then the middle, right? The middle is there. Back is there. Okay, so the middle one specifically. We take this one. We simply just do this. And then it works. And then I probably should have duplicated this one before creating it, but that's fine. I'm gonna do another duplicate, and this will be front. And actually, I guess this one should have been in the back. I've made a mistake. This one should be, in fact, in the back. So this, wait, what is, okay, so this one here. This one is in the back. Right there, literally right there. And then the middle is going to be this one. And then the front, that one works. That one works totally fine. So now we have this. Whoa, check it out. We got layers. There's layer, just like Shrek. This is literally Shrek right here. We got layers. And you know what I could do? I could make it darker. Look at this. The background, just to distinguish them, this one could be maybe like, you know, 70. And the middle could be like 75. 75. Right there. And then if I load up the game, look at it. I can't even talk. Look at this. Got this one. This one. Okay, it looks about the same actually. Oh no, it looks the same because I didn't have them be distinct. They're all the same one. So this is a thing in Godot, is that the resource sometimes is literally the same resource. If you wanted to make it different, you could simply make unique, or I could do it here as well. This one could be made unique with the unique shader, unique material. I'll make this one unique. And so when I change this one, it will not change the other ones. So middle as well. And go to the shader here. Make it unique. All right, now we do the same thing I was just doing. This one right here is going to be middle is 75. That's fine. Front is going to be 80. I think. Yes, this will be 80. And then back is going to be, or should I have done it the other way? I don't know, whatever. This will be 70. Maybe I should have done it the other way. I don't know. Okay, now look at this. They're different. Are they different? Are they the same? 70. So, okay, this one also needs to be made distinct, made unique. This one should be 75. All right, now they should be different. They look about the same, actually. Why do they look the same? Good question. Good question. 75. 70. They have not been made distinct. Excuse me. Maybe I have to make this thing distinct. Make unique. Is that it? Is that what it is? Because I changed this one. Let's see. Middle 75. Front. You also make this distinct, and by distinct I mean unique. There's a kind of stream that you can't really say anything for. You're like, I sure wish I could say something relevant because, you know, I want this stream to interact with the streamer, and he's just narrating what he's doing. I don't know how to interject myself into the conversation. Okay, so this goes 80, and then front. Okay, so frontmost should maybe be. Should it be the darkest? I don't know. What if this one was 70? That could be 70. What, am I doing something wrong? I'm changing one of them and it changes all of them. But this one was not changed. This one was 75. Back one could be 80. Right? Did that also change this one? It did. Okay, but I thought I made it unique. Alright, so now if I make this one 70, it changed both of them? I don't understand. Oh, because I need to make this one unique. I see. Make unique. Recursive. Things to make unique. This one doesn't need to be made unique. It's fine. Okay, so we said frontmost is going to be 70. Okay, so I think that one changed its own thing. This is 75. That's 80. Okay, that's what I wanted. Good times. Now you'll notice that they look actually the same because I think the colors are not so different. And they are perhaps around the same color, so it maybe doesn't matter as much. But what if I made this one like 85? What if this was 85? And then this one was actually... What if I made this one 90? And then this one was 85. No. What did I have it as before? 70 was the default. So this could be 85. This could be 80. Wait, that's what I had. What am I doing, guys? 75. This one is 80. This one... Okay. I see what I was doing. This is 90. And then this one is 85. It's 85 right there. And then this one, it's 80. Okay, so now they should be brighter. Slightly brighter. And then they get darker as you go up. So that's cool. We have that working. I thought I fixed the thing where this thing was not supposed to intersect. If I choose to, in fact, run the foreground script, I think it should remove this guy. It did not. I think something is broken here. Did I break something? Where's the ladder? Oh, because wait, did I check the one-way platforms? Let's check the foreground. We don't have it set up. We have hazards, obstacles, and ladders. Ladders are there. One-way platforms are there. Can you all relate? Can anyone look at this and be like, I can totally relate to this streamer. This makes so much sense to me. Tile systems. Okay, what about this one? Is this one even seeable? If we were to move the player in such a way that they are here. Does this not look strange? This looks quite strange to me. This looks unusual. Quite weird. Okay, maybe it looks weird because they are the same level. If I were simply to lower one of them, I think that would work. Perhaps. Why do I even have this actually? Oh, it's because you go here, you drop down, and then you choose to drop down on this one. So, okay, so we have the back, right? This is the back one. And then if I were to go here and simply lower this, I think that looks a bit better. And I could also, you know, maybe make this one a bit less even. Maybe if it's like this, it looks better. I think that looks better, possibly. That looks fine. Okay, and then the next one is this one right here. This one, all right, so for this one, we can put this one, could be like in the middle, perhaps. Doesn't have to all be in the back. This one is like this. And then I simply just have to delete this one. That's the whole stream here, guys. The entire stream, I'm just gonna be updating the one-way platforms. Welcome, Stanley. Thank you for the 28 months. That is many months. That is, in fact, several months. Dozens, even. Billions a month. Trillions. Some might even say trillions. Alright, so this is in the back. This is in the middle. This middle one right here, it's gotta be this one. Alright, we got this one right there. Welcome, Altscop. New flora. Yeah, I've added many decorations. We got lots of flowers. We've got sunflower. We got bushes. We've got smaller bushes. And also snow. I mean, this looks green right now, but if I go here, it's actually a snowy biome. And if you go in that area, there's going to be real snow. Snow particles. Very nice. Yeah, we're going to have grass biome. We're going to have the snow biome. Cave biome, perhaps. And now, at the moment, I'm updating these platforms that used to be just floating grass. It's going to be like this. They're going to have, whatever this is. Whatever you call this. I don't even know. Things that are in the background. And then I could make this one like this, perhaps. I don't know whether that looks better. But it's slightly better than floating platforms. I think it looks a bit confusing, though, sometimes. It's a bit hard. It's hard to tell like what you can collide with and what you can't. Cave biome, classic platformer game, Metroidvania. They gotta have caves. Imagine not having a cave. All right. Oh wait, the reason why it's not doing this thing. Okay, I was like, why is it that the flowers can overlap with the ladders? It's because this is now a different layer. I see. What's the best classic platformer biome? It's got to be the The good old forest, right? Every platformer has, well, like a grassland or forest type place. They all have those. Gotta have it. Imagine not having them. Alright, and then what? And then this one. Alright, this one might be complicated because we have a lot of overlapping things here. I feel like this is not going to look that good. So maybe instead of having them all be like this, I will simply have some bridges. You know, instead of floating grass, have some bridges. Let me just undo most of this. What if I just undo all of this, huh? What if I just choose to never have this grass thing? Whoops, I've done something by accident here. Alright, if I choose to simply delete this and have it use the existing one-way platforms, but I were to simply replace these with the different one, a bridge. Welcome, Nutritious. I've also dragged the player into the ground. Wonder what happens when I start the game like this. Yep, okay, they're just stuck forever. Classic thing. Player gets stuck forever. Okay, so let's make some bridge. Classic bridge. Jeff Bridges, perhaps. Who is Jeff Bridges? Sam Porter Bridges? That's a guy, right? Remember that guy? Alright, so let's see. For bridge, how do I want to make a bridge? A bridge would simply be like this. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridge series, as we all know. Welcome, Muffin. Plink. What does he mean? What does he mean by this? What does anyone even mean by anything? Here, what if it was like this? Okay, so the top of it should be light, because that's where the light comes from. Right. And then if I were to simply save... What if I simply just replace the existing one? Then what? Whoops, deleted everything. If I were to delete this, and then it goes there, but that's not what I want. That's going to end up shifting everything over. What if I just did this? What does this look like? I take this here, and then I load the game. It will have replaced all of those things with this bridge. I think that doesn't look good. Anyone else agree that it looks bad? That was pretty bad. How do I make a bridge look good? Platformer, one-way bridge. Platformer bridge. So I would need to... Do I want to have these things though? Supporting beams? Oh, that is true. There could be the thing over there, right? That's a thing that could exist. It is a bit weird that it's just floating like this. Okay, maybe I'll only use the bridge for things like this. For things that are not connected on both sides, I could use the previous setup that I had. The good old island thing, not island. What am I saying? The good old real solid ground thing, like this. See that? This one could be this. For stuff that is connected on both sides, I would simply just have... Let's undo all this. It'll simply have... We'll have a middle one, a left one, and a right one. Alright, so then we have... This one is here. This one is here. Now I don't think I ever have just one of these on their own. I feel like I always have at least 2 or possibly 3 next to each other. So I could get away with, oops. I could simply delete one of these. Because this one is then guaranteed to connect with the one next to it. And then the one on this side, I guess we could have, you know, it's like this. Perhaps like this. And we have 3 things here. And then we have this one. Wait, how does Terraria do? I know they have these. Terraria one-way platform. How do they do it? That's not what I meant. I meant these. It's just all connected at once. Tell me they just have floating platforms like this? It's crazy. Alright, well that's fine. I guess I'll do that. No, I'll do it like this. I'll have this one here and one there. And then, should I connect them all? Should I maybe like lower? It could be like this. It could perhaps be lowered by 1. Does this even make sense? I don't even know. I don't know that looks good. How do people do it? Platformer, one-way, platformer, bridge. Oh, this one looks pretty good. So they have like a background, a thing behind it. Which I guess I could do. The decorations do support this. I could have a background here. But do I want to though? Is that even a thing that I want? It could also be raised slightly. True, it could be raised. No, I think I will I'll have it be like this. And then this looks kind of boring though. I could maybe, okay, that's what it was. It looks a bit boring because it was just a solid color connecting it like this. You can add some subtle variations. Like maybe the top, maybe the middle could be like this. No, that's too much. I'm simply doing too much. Okay, but what if this one? No, okay, maybe this is fine. Let's see what this looks like. So we have 3 new terrains. 3 new connected things. We go to the tile set and we set them up. They're also in the wrong the wrong order. I'll move this one here, and then this one right there. Okay, and then there you go. Alright, so they've been updated. It's fine. Okay, now we add a new terrain. It's going to be a bridge. Alright, with this bridge, we are going to have these tiles are going to be bridge tiles. And then we have the piering bits. This one, if there's a bridge on the right, it's there. If there's a bridge on the left, it's there. And then I think it should just work if we simply add it to the map. Okay, this one should have bridges on the left and right. Yes. Oh, that looks pretty decent. Hold on. So let's move the player here. That looks actually pretty alright. It looks decent. Alright, so let's do the same for these ones. I should probably have the bridges on their own layer, separate from these ones. Simply because I think they're too dark. I'm applying the same shader. Let's have this be bridge. And they should also be above the ladders, I think. All right, let's duplicate this one. This is going to be bridge. Bridge is actually then here. All right, and then is there anything else in this layer? There is. I have to start deleting these. All right, so this one, we're gonna have a bridge here. And then I should also remove the shader, because this thing does not need a shader. Clear. All right, so now it's bright. Look at that, it is a bright bridge. Does that even look good? I don't know. It kind of blends into the ladder too much. It is the same color as the ladder. Yo, welcome Raiders. Hello, Mad Chirpy. Were you working on your horror game? Mad Chirpy. Yes. Welcome Code Rad Games. Welcome Mad Chirpy. Hello, hello. Hope your stream went well. Hope you made good progress on your game. Welcome 8-Bits a Byte as well. Hello Raiders, I'm making a platformer game. I'm working on updating these one-way platforms to be slightly more interesting. The current way that I have it is just floating grass, which I think looks weird. So I've added a bridge looking thing. So we've created an auto tiling for bridges. So if it's on the left side, it has the support beam. Otherwise, it's got the middle thing. I'm thinking it looks a bit too samey. It's got the same kind of color as the ladder, which they're often going to be together. It looks like this. I don't know, maybe it's fine. I was working on the inventory. It's a hard thing to do. I've not actually dealt with any menus yet in my game, and I will have to eventually. I'm like holding off on it because it might take a while. I don't even have a pause menu yet. I don't even have like a starting screen. Welcome Meowletary. Game devs watching game devs. Exactly. That's the life. It's, you know, making games and then people go, oh, I know how to make games, and then they can provide input. Might be controversial. I think UI stuff can be fun. I guess like I haven't tried it in Godot. I just know like from trying to do, I know this is not web development, but I've done some front-end web development and that's not fun. But you know, maybe games is different. I'm sure games are much more fun than it. But you know, I think a good UI kind of makes a game sometimes. Or at least a bad UI makes a game even worse. So it is something that I should probably learn at some point. I just haven't gotten there yet. On the bright side, I think I'm done with level design though. I've designed all my levels, I just need to make it look pretty. So we have like, you know, grass, we have flower decorations, we've got bushes. Look at this bush right there. Ladders. I need to make this this bridge look a bit more interesting though. I don't know how to do it. How would you do it if you if you could make a bridge look more interesting? I can make it a bit like taller. I mean, it is only like 3 pixels high, which aligns perfectly with the ladder, so it kind of blends in too much. Maybe I could just like lower this a bit. Whoops. When I make a 3D game, sometimes I make a model and animate it. That way I don't have to do fonts and junk. Wait, but don't you have to like, you're not making like a 3D model of like the text though, right? What about the menus that are like intrinsically part of the game, like the pause menu? Actually, I'm sure someone probably has done it. Someone probably has had a thing where their actual menu is actually 3D rendered. Maybe that's fine. Text is for nerds, so true. Why even have text in the game? I guess, wait, I do have some text in the game. I do have some UI stuff. I have signs in the game for tutorials. This was added, I think, last week. Look at this UI in the game. Look at that smooth pop in and pop out animation. Look at that, that text being colored. Whoa, how did he do it? Also, yes, I should drink water. I made a speedometer, just drew numbers on the text. Oh, that's, I guess you could do that. That does work. I think it makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna drink some water. If I were the type that had mid-roll ads, this is where I would run them, but I don't. I probably should maybe at some point do that. Alright, I'm gonna drink water now. Alright, I'm hydrated. Been on for 10 hours? Alright, have a good dinner. It's a long time. Yeah, I don't know if you were streaming for 10 hours, but that's a long time in general. Welcome, Genesis.com. Alright, so we have text, we have stuff. Look at this. Okay, so I've enlarged the bridge by 1 pixel. And I want to check what that looks like. Does that look better? I don't know, it looks... I don't know, I can't tell. I don't think it looks better. Maybe I should add like some shading on the bottom. Maybe it's like this. Does that look better? I don't know. I don't even know. I think that does that. Maybe, I don't know. I can't tell. No, I think it looks worse. I think it looks like a weird gradient. What if I like add dithering? Everyone loves adding dithering. What if it was like this? Is that better? I don't know. Maybe. Now it looks like a ruler. No, I don't know. I don't know about that. Okay. What if I? Maybe it's because this is it's too angular. What if it was like this? Is that better? Is this better? I don't know. Hold on. How does Terraria do it? Okay, how do they do it here? This one it's just a solid color. And then Terraria specifically, they have it like this. No. Oh, I could have vines. I forgot about vines. Wait. If I had like a forest biome, I could add vines from the top. To do, add vines. Good idea. Just steal everything from other games. You sound like you'll be a pro in ranked games. In what game? Which game? I don't think I'm pro rank in any game. I don't even know video games, no. Imagine being good at games. Alright, what if it was like this though? Maybe like this one is too dark. What if I had like this? What if it was this color? Have you considered this? If you considered a lighter shade, Terraria World Champ. Is there competitive Terraria? I guess they probably have speedruns, right? It probably makes sense. You know, every game's got to have a speedrun category. This game is going to have speedrunners. There's going to be at least one. Possibly even two. Anything ranked? Nothing. You forgot about Vines. No free Shavakadu. No back at it again at Krispy Kreme. No road work in. No, I know Vines. We talk about Vines like at least once a month. Have we talked about it this month? No, the month just started. This is the first time we talked about Vine this month. Hey everyone, remember Vine? Wow. It's crazy. It's hard to get sponsored as a speedrunner. Gotta make it the entertainment route and get influencing. Yeah, imagine getting sponsors. Imagine getting paid money to play video games. Wow. Do I like speedruns? I've never done a speedrun. Sometimes they're fun to watch. I don't know. I don't like regularly watch speedrunners though. Sometimes when Games Done Quick is on, I watch it. But I feel like the past few years I've not been that interested in Games Done Quick. Not even 16 star. I do not have the version of the game that allows that. And you might be like, Wolfie, you can just pirate, you could just download the emulator. I don't want to do that. I don't feel like doing it. I'm not interested enough in doing so. Maybe at some point in the future. Alright, does this look good? I don't know. I don't know if this looks good. Maybe it's fine. No, something about this just doesn't look right. What is it? Why does this look weird? Is it like it's too flat? It looks good. I don't know. Does it though? I feel like it's like too bright. Welcome, Deffins. I like speedruns by people that do all the funny stuff. Competitive runs are better for helping me sleep. Not true. Oh, we got a speedrunner in the chat right now, AltScout. He plays Titanfall 2 speedrun. Or one, I forget which one. One of them. One of those games. Yeah, some meme categories can be fun to watch. Yeah, TF. No, it's TF with the vertical pipe separator. You can't say TF2. That's a different game. It's got to be TF2, right? Exactly. Also, Hollow Knight and Ghost Runner. Those are in fact games that exist. I think AGDQ are touchy about funny people stirring up all the irrelevant type fans. Wait, they're touchy about funny people? Oh, like, if people are just doing meme speedruns, you think, like, people are just, like, they don't take it seriously or something? I don't know. They don't care about the real community. Maybe it looks too bright because other colors in the scene are generally too muted. No, because, like, this is a preset color palette. This is a color palette. I'm not gonna change the colors. Oh, maybe it's like this. Welcome, Choco. Pokemon speedruns. What's the best one? Welcome, Oarfish. You know what's also a Godot game? The Coffee Maker. That's the guy from the game known as Phoenix Wright. The guy who loves coffee. They get people saying immature stuff in chat. Probably hurts their advertising bottom line. I see. I guess like I don't watch enough speedrunners to really know. But you know, there's some meme categories. Doesn't like Breath of the Wild has like a pet the dog % or something? Or you can't actually pet the dog. What was it? It was like feed the dog %. But hold on, let me look it up. Oh, what was that actually category? That's Breath of the Wild dog speedrun. Butter dog %. You put butter on the dog. I think that's a funny one. Butter dog %. The Zelda speedrun where you put butter on a dog. That's a thing. The best speedrun I ever saw was Nintendogs. What? How can they speedrun? What is the goal for Nintendo speedruns? Coffee Maker, Baldur's Gate 3's get laid % category. There's probably like a bear % as well. Bears. Maybe the issue is that this thing is above. It's like above the ladder. I thought having it be above the ladder would be nice, but maybe it's actually bad. Bronze trophies in the contest? I see. I've never actually played Nintendogs. I know some people love that game, but I never played it. Okay, what if I put the bridge here? What if the bridge was here? No, that looks bad. Okay. Alright, whatever. This is probably fine, right? Maybe. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. It doesn't look like a bridge. That's all I'm saying. There's got to be more to it than this. One-way platform. Platformer. One-way platform. Alright, oh, this one, wait a second, this one looks nice. Welcome, Frosty Klondike. Okay, so hold on, I could have, it could be, okay, so the top could be like this. Welcome, Homem Sinica. It could be like this, okay. So this one, whoops, I pressed the wrong thing. Ralph is 1D. What does he mean by this? What did he mean? Alright, so let's see, how did they do it? Okay, okay. So it's like that. Should I say Wolfie? I prefer Wolfie, but I also don't mind Wolfes. It's like when someone calls me Wolfes, like it's my username, so it's like it's fine. It's like if I go into chat, they call me Wolfes, I'm like, yeah, that is my username. But the ones that know, they will call me Wolfie. It's always surprising, like when I raid someone and I don't know them and they call me Wolfie. I'm like, how did you know? How did you even know that it was me? Some people know who Wolfie is, but they don't know Wolfes. And they're like, oh, welcome, Wolfes. And then months later, they're like, wait, that's Wolfie? I didn't even know that was the same guy. Yeah, but his username is Wolfes. I didn't recognize Wolfes. What is that? Classic. Style. Well, I mean, as a chatter, you don't really see my art, right? It's like, when you tune into the stream and you see the model, it's like, oh, okay. Me just showing up in a chat. It's like, I don't even... This could be anyone. This could be Steve Minecraft. This could be Chicken Jockey. Wait, I think this looks better. That looks so much better. I mean, I think the top is too bright, but having that thing is a bit better. Yeah, Wolfie, Wolfington. Waffle waifus, I don't even know what that is. Alright, so if we did this, perhaps. And then what if we had like a darker, oh, look at that, darker color below? Is that too dark? I don't know. Or hold on, we could have this one. No, but that is the same color as the ladder. I think that's confusing. Let's try this one. What does this look like? Is that good? That looks alright to me, actually. That actually looks pretty good. Okay, let's go with this. Maybe I could also like delete this. Or is that too much? Is that too much or is it fine? I think it's hardly noticeable. No. No, let's not have that. Alright, I think this is fine. And then what if this was like this instead? No, that's weird. That is strange. What if it was like this? What if it was like this? I don't think waffle waifus are a thing. What would they even be? Like how they have like Uma Musume is like horse girls. They could have like waffle girl. What would that even be? Does anyone remember Barcode Kanojo? It was like back when the apps, the smartphones were first a thing. There was an app called Barcode Kanojo, where you would scan barcodes and it would like generate like an anime girl. That was a thing. That was actually one of the first uses of Live 2D. Remember that? Anyone even remember this? Barcode Kanojo. It was back when, before Live 2D was used for VTubers, it was used for apps like this. Right? It's literally, look at, you can tell it's old because it's got the old UI. This is the old iPhone UI. Well, you could scan a Sunny D like cup or like a bottle. It generates a barcode girl for you. Sandra D. Sandra D's got him. Fell for it. Wait, was it actually named Sandra D? They did. I don't know, like, does the person get to name them? Like, obviously they didn't come up with like names for all of these characters on their own. I think maybe like the first person who scanned it gets to name it. Barry, Lisa, the first scan, but they couldn't name the character something like awful. I don't know. That was an app that existed. I totally forgot about it until now. Alright, so we have these platforms. Now that I'm looking at it, it looks a bit too dark. Maybe I could have can use this brown for this. Is that better? Is that better or is that worse? Scan a Mountain Dew, name it something awful. Yo, like the website, something awful. Alright, I think this looks... Wait, did I save it? I don't think I saved it. There we go. No, no, why is this so hard? Why is this so hard to get things to look good? Okay, what if I add dithering? Everyone loves adding dithering to things. What if it was like this? And perhaps that is too noisy. I really wish it would like update the graphics like without needing to relaunch the game. It does it in the editor, but not in the actual game. No, that's too noisy. It's way too noisy. You know, whatever. Maybe this is fine. Maybe I just care too much. That is probably fine. Alright, I'll leave it at that. It's gonna be this. Could always adjust it later if I need. I could also raise it up by one. This does look like a little platform that could be raised. If I select these and I change the texture region, sorry, what is it called? The select. If I change the rendering origin to be -1. Is it? I thought it was gonna raise everything by 1. Is that not how it works? Rendering -1. Sorry, it should be 1. 1. No, you know, let's not have that. Or maybe it's because the contrast between the dirt is too much, right? Maybe I should be using this brown. This one is quite dark. Maybe that's what the issue is. I could be taking this color. Actually, that's the same color. What? It's because this one is lighter. Maybe that's what it is. And they'll fade together. I think that's fine. I think that's actually maybe even what I want. Oh, this brown is actually coming from the dirt. Wait. Oh, that's why. Wait a second. What if I did this? Yeah. Alright, I think it's fine. Okay, let's just... I can figure this out off stream. Alright, let's just replace all the one-way platforms with this this bridge-looking thing. Let's see, we got this one. We got that one. Okay, now the issue is with these ones. These, wait, did I increase? I lowered it by 1. I did not mean to do that. Let's reset this to 0. Do you think the barcode on your book is a Kanojo? They're all Kanojo. They're generated dynamically. It's not like they have like a... Actually, does the app still exist? I would imagine maybe the servers have been taken offline. I would be kind of surprised if it still existed. How long ago? That was like at least 10 years ago. Possibly even like 15 years ago. It's a long time. Alright, so let's see. This one could be not a bridge. It could be, this one's gotta be a bridge though. That's a bridge. This is a bridge. That's a bridge. Barcode G, that's solely, that is what we're talking about. You missed the entire conversation. That is exactly what we're talking about. Okay, so this goes there. And let's see. I think that's it for this. And it's crazy. Is it crazy though? Were you around for that? It was a real app that existed back in the day. Alright, this is also a bridge. Oh, that looks pretty good. Wait, maybe I should add like a thing on the top. Like the little support beams. You know, you can't have a bridge without the support beams, right? What even would that be? Although it would look a bit weird with this. I don't know. Alright, we got this one and that one. Now that I think about it, this is probably not the most interesting thing to watch. Is watching someone replace grass platforms with bridges. Wow, sure love to tune into a stream and watch someone just replace graphics. It's fine. Alright, so let's see, we got the back one. Watch a streamer stare at a wall. Yeah, but like that's different. So there's a totally different person. Funniest person to ever exist. No, that's not true. That's Northern Lion. No one can possibly be funnier than Northern Lion. Imagine even attempting. I guess there's different types of funny. So true. He's so funny. This is much better. Is it? He's touching grass in ways few have touched before. Has anyone touched grass recently? You can't let anyone surpass him. Imagine thinking you can possibly even be better than him. You can't. He's just built different. Is he a stand-up comedian? No, he sits down most of the time. Sometimes he's on like a bike. It's pretty different from standing up. I feel like most of the time he's sitting. Well, so it's not a joke though, it's real. You may think it's a joke, but he does actually sit most of the time. And when he does stand, it's a bit weird. You're like, this guy can stand. Make it interesting, use a circle saw with your other hand, draw something without an eraser handy. Imagine drawing. Anyone even drawing? We have several artists in the chat. Imagine drawing things as crazy. Couldn't be me. Although I guess I literally just drew this, so never mind. I hung out with a friend on Wednesday, but actually touching grass, I think Saturday. What is everyone's favorite grass? Of the non-drug variety. I mean, like, outside grass, I'd like to clarify. The actual grass, physically, that is outside. Green kind, soft grass. I actually don't even... Is there different types of grass? I guess there has to be, right? I just don't really know the difference. Grass is grass. There's different types of grass, though, surely. So look at this. Okay, they got literally Oarfish nose grass, Kentucky bluegrass, creeping red fescue grass. That's not even red. Weeds, not grasses. Quack grass, crab grass, chewings, fescue grass, perennial ryegrass. I brought a spoonful of grass indoors. You can ignore it more intensely. Yeah, but then you're so close to the grass, though. Bermuda grass, centipede. It did what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Augustine. St. Augustine, Zoysia. That's absurd. Alright, so this one is lighter. The front one is in fact brighter. So I'm going to use this one here because it is floating. It's floating in the middle of nowhere. We can add some variety simply by having these platforms. Wow, look at that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Welcome, Yurga. Alright, where's the player right now? They're over there. Alright, so we go down here to the new area. We have bridges. We go down here, we have, oh, that looks so, this is so confusing though. Doesn't this look so busy? That looks so busy. I don't know, it is a bit hard to read. Should it be like a bit more contrasty? How do people distinguish these platforms? It does. I think maybe because like the texture is like too... It's like the same as the foreground. It needs to be even darker. Even more dark. Alright, so what if front was actually 80? Hold on, let's check. Move the player down here first. You can lower saturation on things that are meant to be look farther away. Yeah, saturation, of course. It's not just about the darkness, it's about the saturation. Now, how do I accomplish that with this shader? Lower saturation shader. Godot shader, lower saturation. Change saturation. Convert color. You could blur it. No, that's gonna be weird for pixel art though. Making gray looking. Maybe. Method is quite simple. You need to implement some kind of color maths to achieve it. I could also just change the texture. Like, I think part of the issue is that this texture is like the same as the foreground one. So if I were to like simply, I could also do this, by the way. You seeing that? Are you seeing that they got different sizes? Ooh, different lengths. What if this one was like 100? Wow. Still kind of noisy. What if it was 100 by 100? Whoa, look at these huge pixels. Oh, that's not distracting at all. But it was like 1,000 by 1,000. There's one big solid color. Now that looks bad, actually. It actually looks quite bad. Let's not have that. Randomize the dimensions once per frame. That's too much. Really makes you think. Really makes you consider how people manage to make backgrounds look interesting. Mario 3. They had these, right? Even, hold on, Mario, what was it? Mario, what was that other game? Mario 2, but then the Doki Doki Panic one. Mario 2? They had, did they have stuff in the background? Like this? Is this green thing in the background? Or is that in the foreground? Why is this Yoshi so weird looking? They had this. I mean, like this one, this is the same color, and yet they were still able to distinguish things. The green thing is a platform. Yeah, but oh, like a one-way platform from the side. I guess it is, yeah. Well, I guess this one is easier because they don't have many like floating islands like this. They're mostly like attached to the ground, so it looks fine. My issue is that I have like floating platforms. Got these guys all together. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to replace the floating grass platforms with something that makes more sense. So I had, hold on, where is it? I would have platforms that look like this. And I think it is a bit strange that it's just floating grass. So then I've replaced some of them with this this bridge looking thing, which I think works fine if it's like connected between two solid pieces of land. But then if they're just floating, I think the bridges don't make sense. I was doing backdrops. Now these are one-way platforms, so you can actually stand on them. But yeah, some of them, like this one works fine. Okay, it is a bit dark, but I think this one works fine because there's not too much going on. Some of these levels are pretty noisy, especially if you have like multiple of these one-way platforms on top of each other. Although I guess one way I could fix this specific room is I could just connect this so it's a bridge, right? My issue is that this is floating, but then, you know, I can just connect this thing to this. Oh no, but then you can't, no, I can't do that. Because the point of this was that you can go down this way. Never mind, it was mistaken. I could add another bridge. We could have a bridge go up and then another bridge go down. I guess that could work. I think I will do that, actually. So we'll delete this one. This one could be a bridge going across, and then we have another ladder going down. I think Meta ads are no longer advertising real products. They hooked an AI up to generate some stuff. That's what every website is doing. Did you see that Mark Zuckerberg was like, we're going to AI generate a bunch of profiles, and then, you know, like the average person has capacity for up to 15 friends, but actually they only have 3 close friends. And so we think with our AI agents, we can fulfill the 15 friend like necessity. They're like, what the heck? You're gonna be friends with an AI? That's kind of sad. 7 close friends? I don't even know how many I have. I have friends. Definitely. Welcome, Michael. Time for fake friend. Oh, imagine. Imagine having AI generated friends. DK country. Average person has capacity for 15 friends, and me on Twitch feeling like dying following too many people. What? Wolfie, the other day I thought of you. Was it because you were watching my stream? And therefore, you know, usually when you're watching a stream you think of the streamer that you're watching. Is at work? What the? What was the context? Me when I watch a streamer, I'm thinking of you right now because I'm watching your stream and you are talking and I'm listening to what you're saying, and therefore I'm thinking you're bored. Well, I'd rather be watching Wolfie, but I wasn't even streaming. I wasn't even live. I don't know why, but I sometimes feel like I interact with too many people. Why don't you just stop then? Have you considered stopping? Yet I don't really feel too close to anyone, but maybe family. Well, that's also a valid thing. Like a lot of people, they don't have like deep conversations, you know? A lot of times people, they're just living their life. Just, you know, small talk. It's like, how is the weather? Blah blah blah, and then it's like, oh, we don't even talk about real things, like how we're all gonna die someday. Remember that yesterday or like 2 days ago, Choco Jacks was just like, we're all just gonna die someday. When I look back on this and think, remember that? Classic. Literally yesterday or 2 days ago or something. No, it was not 2 days ago. She does not stream on Wednesdays. Choco, check DM real quick. What is he talking about? What is bro talking about? Deep stuff like meta has. Deep stuff like how the humans have a capacity for 15 friends and yet they only have 3. Unbelievable. I have deep conversations on occasion, but usually I'm on the receiving end and let maybe 1 or 2 things slip. Hey guys, what's your favorite deep subject of conversation? What's your favorite trauma? Trauma dump right now. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. This guy's joking. Love talking about how deep stuff like how delicious ice cream is. What's the best ice cream? What is the worst ice cream? We're talking about how you always talk about death. Am I though? Am I always talking about death? Anyone dying right now? We're all dying. Pineapple on pizza. Human relationships. Are we talking about deep stuff like Wells? Isn't that the guy who wrote 1984? George Orwell. Isn't this so funny? You could write his name as George Orwell. No, George Orwell, not well. Well, I typed the word wrong. George Orwell? It's like a Star Wars character. George Orwell. Strawberry or banana ice cream are the worst. I'm unsure which one is more vile. I don't think I've had banana ice cream. Strawberry ice cream is weird. It doesn't feel like strawberry. Remember the funny conversation I had? Someone asked if I'm good at cooking because they make my own lunch. Then they asked me what I ate yesterday. It was some frozen food. They accused me of being bad at cooking and I said yeah. It's like, yeah, well, yeah, obviously. When they say something that they think is an insult and you're like, yeah, it's true. That's the best way to do it, is to simply be unbothered. In life. In general. Exactly. Chocomint is poggers. So true. Strawberry ice cream is ice cream. Well, I didn't say it wasn't. It's different. Chocomint. I thought her name was Chocojet. No, it's a different thing. Banana ice cream doesn't taste like banana. I feel like most banana flavored sweets are not banana tasting, right? Like the banana, what is that one candy called? Mike and Ike's or something? No, I'm thinking of something else. What is that one? It has like different shapes. Banana candy? What am I thinking of? It's not this. It looks like this, but it's not this. What am I thinking of? They have like orange and like... No, oh these, what are these called? Oh yeah, runts. Yeah, they have banana. It does not taste like banana. Artificial banana. Yeah, it's like a banana. Aren't you glad? Zoe said, I think about that clip a lot. They ask how you are, just have to say you're fine. That's a meme. That's a classic meme. Banana. The minions. Also, I didn't welcome Nano Dan. Sorry, I totally missed your message. You said something about the game is looking nice or something. Thank you. This is really taking shape. Yeah, that's what he said. Some kind of ancient banana flavor. Yeah, I think they're based on like a banana that does not exist anymore or something. Welcome, Diego. Should stay ancient. Banana haters in chat. Welcome, Luke. Bananas went extinct. They recreated them. Yeah, that's the Cavendish, right? Balatro. Yeah, oh, Balatro. Also, welcome, Diego. Wolfie, you are so cute. I'm gonna die. Oh, thank you. You're the gross Michael. You can't say that, Hamfley. He's in chat right now. You have to wait until he's gone. Unbelievable. Just kidding. I'm just joking. It's a joke. I think bananas are the best fruit. I'm not really a fan of bananas, to be honest. Just something about it. I don't like it. It's just weird. It's just strange to me. I don't know. It's fine though. If you like it, that's fine. It's just not for me. Bananas are nature's fast food. Are you sure about that? Is that for real? Have I ever put bacon on bananas? No. Why would you even consider this? Are you the person that drew Walfa Ame? I drew a small Ame. I'm going to assume that is what you're asking. It is in fact me. They even come pre-packaged bananas. True. They do taste low on the pH scale. What, that they're based? Is that what it is? Small man. Like wrapping a banana in bacon and then on the pan, I have never done that. Have you done it? Is that a thing that you've had? You made this, it's not even real. Wait, do you guys know that, like, isn't it like in Sweden they have a banana pizza? Look, it literally is right there. Banana pizza, Sweden. Look at that. It's a well-known thing in Sweden. Why Sweden? I know because isn't Tag Barrel from Sweden and he's talked about this? He's like, you know, we have banana on pizza. We have banana curry pizza. I'm not Swedish. I didn't say you were Swedish. I was talking about someone else. Michael, you're just assuming everyone's talking about you. Every time someone says a thing, it's not about you, okay, Michael? As much as you wish everything was about you, it's not. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. It's not well known enough for me to know about it, but apparently it's been on TikTok. Wait, what? The banana pizza? Banana pizza? In the Philippines, ketchup is made from banana instead of tomato. Yeah, banana ketchup is its own thing. I think I've had it once. It was alright. The world revolves around me at all time. No, it's absurd. That makes no sense. It revolves around the sun. Unless you are the sun. Aren't we all... I guess you are the sun. You are someone's son. That is true. But not the sun, okay? The sun, that's a different sun. The sun. sun and the sun. What about the moon? What about the ladder, guys? What about the bridge? What were we saying? Bananas? Banana pizza? Banana ketchup? Any banana haters as well? What's the killer feature your platformer has? It has gliding. It has, look at this death animation. Whoa. It has gliding. It has wall climbing. It's got ladders. It has got mushrooms that you can push that are on crates. Look at this climb. You can jump and glide. Gliding is good. Death animation cancel. I thought that said canceled. Canned or particles. It is a particle effect. You're the sun, Wolfie, because you bring light to my days. Thank you. Thank you for the kind message. It makes no sense. There's a lot. You can also push crates onto other crates. You see this? You can't be doing this in other games. You can glide, exactly. There's so much gliding you can do. Alright, so this one. I need to add something here. Also this is fine. Dithering, yeah, look at that dithering in the background. Totally forgot about that. Gliding looks broken. No, because you don't get it until later in the game. Me when Wolfie brings light to my days. D-A-Z. Imagine complimenting a streamer. I do it all the time. Every single time. I'm like, streamer, I think you're funny. Streamer, I think this is a good stream. Thank you for stream. Dithering, like Australian music. Was that the didgeridoo? Is that what you mean? Was that the joke? Because if so, good one. If not, then I don't understand. Simply, I don't get it. Alright, well, you think this is good? Is this fine? I don't know if this is fine. Alright, I was going to add a ladder. That's what I was going to add. I was going to extend this bridge all the way to this side. Chat, is this anything? Chat, am I cooked? That's what they say. That's what all the streamers say nowadays. Chat, am I cooked? Why fall and hurt yourself? You can just lift your butt up and stop dying. I would simply not die. Chat, is he cooked? Is bro cooked though? I think this looks fine. We have like one. I think the issue is we had like multiple layers of these overlapping. I think with this being like this, it looks okay now. It doesn't look too distracting. Although it is a bit uninteresting. So what if I simply if I go here and then I just add some holes in it? What about this? Whoa, look at this. Making things look slightly interesting. We could also maybe no. We could do this. Chat, can you think for me? Chat, what is your opinion? Just in general, not about anything specific. Anyone have opinions they want to share? You're about the Pope, guys. Remember the Pope? He's from Chicago or something. That's a thing that happened. The Pope, the politics. Just poping it up. It's crazy the Pope is from the US. Is it? Is it crazy? It doesn't feel right. Whoa, this guy hates Americans? Think an American can't be a Pope? It's like Air Bud. There's nothing that says an American can't be a Pope. What if they had Air Bud being a Pope? Wait a second, that's a new thing. Has someone thought about this? Has someone considered this? There's nothing that says a dog can't be the Pope. Okay, no, am I the only one who has thought about this? Bud Pope. Why would everybody be the Pope? Why not? You think dogs can't be the Pope? What are they, the Burger Pope? Does the Pope go into the woods? Is a bear Catholic? I don't know. Is anyone really Catholic though, if you think about it? Yes, the answer is yes. There are many Catholics that exist. Dogs can be the Pope. What about the Pope though? We're talking about the Pope. What about the Pope? Okay, we can replace this dirt with some background dirt to make it a little bit more interesting. And then you can remove the regular foreground, okay? Check it out. Check this out, y'all. Adding circular area 2Ds in pixel art game is crazy. No, it's not. It's perfectly fine. They're actually more performant. Do you know that? Performance-wise, circular colliders are better sometimes. Foreground. What about 1 ground through 3 ground? Really? Yeah. I think they even mentioned it in the docs. I mean, it probably doesn't matter, but I'm pretty sure Godot. Where did I see it? Godot area collision. It is pretty efficient, but it is even better. Collision shape 2D. I do think they mention the different shapes somewhere. Square shape 2D. Primitive shapes, especially circle shape 2D, are fast to check collisions against. There was something here that mentioned, yeah, because doing AABB requires like more checks. This one you just gotta check the radius or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter for most games. I didn't do it because it's more performant. I just, you know, it's simpler to do. I don't know. There's no reason not to. I guess there is a reason not to, but I just chose to do it this way. Of course, many people do it. Several people are doing this. It's a real thing that exists. All right, let's add this platform right there, and I think that looks good. Refuse? No, you gotta accept it. You gotta accept change sometimes. Times have changed. Is anyone aware that we're all gonna die one day? Let's go back to this topic, guys. We're all gonna die someday. It could even be tomorrow. Hopefully not. Maybe like, you know, when you're in your 80s or 90s. Talking about death. Exactly. Because it's important to remember. Okay? Tell your pet, your dog, your cat, hey, did you know one day you're gonna die? And then they're like, I don't understand English. But that's fine. As long as you instill the concept that you know that, you think they know that one day they're gonna die? They probably instinctively know. Do they really? Death counter. Memento Mori. Isn't that the whole live VTuber? Do you think a circular area 2D to another circular area 2D does a distance check? Or a square distance check? I don't know. You probably just check something. I don't know. Probably some kind of thing. Instill fear into them. One day you will die. Would you rather die before your loved ones or after? I would rather die after them because I don't want them to feel sad. That is a bit too sad of a discussion topic for this stream. I know I'm the one who brought it up. That is sad. I was just joking. I didn't actually want to get into like real death conversation topics. Okay, this was a bit. It was me being like, haha, guys, dying. That's how you get, you know, everyone loves death. Common thing that people joke about, you know, like, oh, why did the chicken cross the road? It doesn't really matter. It's gonna die someday. That's what, you know, everyone's talking about this. You know, nowadays, that used to be the joke. Now every day, you know, you ask why the chicken crossed the road, someone's just gonna say jockey, right? Jockey, that doesn't even make sense. Why did the chicken cross the road? A jockey? Man, it's crazy. It really says a lot about society. Chicken jockey. Horses. What's the deal with horses, huh? Horse race test. Chicken jockey still gets me, and I never play Minecraft. There's just something about it. There was that one Northern Lion clip. He was talking about his delivery of chicken jockey. So he says it in such a way that, you know, it's like a little bit surprised. Chicken crossed the road at these nuts. That doesn't even make sense. Do you ever say jockey after someone says chicken if you go to a fast food place? No, I've never said chicken jockey outside of my stream or other streams as a chat message. I did talk about that one time I went outside and I heard some kids saying chicken jockey. And that was the first time I had heard it. I was like, yo, there it is, chicken jockey. I know what that is. You should bring up chicken jockey at work. Why? Why would I say that? I wonder if I search if I search Slack at my workplace, I wonder if I can see people, if anyone has talked about chicken jockey. Hold on, I'm gonna search right now. Chicken jockey. 0 mentions of chicken jockey? Oh, they gotta be talking about it on like private channels though. Whatever. There's no mentions of chicken jockey on Slack? It's crazy. I could be the first one. Same here, right? Exactly. Berkeley, oh, that is true. You can find out where I work. If you search the Slack of your workplace and no one has mentioned chicken jockey, it is possible that we work at the same place. No, there's no way. It's possible though. Holy, docs based on chicken jockey. Look at the same place. Michael, I know where you work. It's that one company that does something. What, windmills or something? What was it? Windmills, they use elm. There's enough info out there. I can almost guarantee we don't, based on I live in Mexico. I mean, there could be international companies that have a Mexico office. You know, just... Well, I guess then you would know, right? Then you would be like, oh, actually, our company doesn't have a branch in America. I don't know. It's something. That is some kind of thing. You make windmills out of elm wood? That's not true at all. You're making that up. He is making things up. Can't believe this man. Why would he do that? Alright, what about this? Huh? What if it was this? Is that too... You think this is too confusing? Your backend dev, right? Our backend devs aren't US based. Yeah, more like US cringed. Am I right, gamers? Going back to the conversation about the Pope. More like US cringed. Yes. You'd think someone would do that? Go on the internet and tell lies? No, no one would ever tell lies. I'm gonna work from home on Tuesday. But I'm gonna be in the office on Tuesday. I'm also gonna be in the office on Wednesday and Thursday. That's right, no Wednesday stream next week. There's a work thing. Doesn't look confusing, but what about this though? This overlaps with this, which may be slightly strange. is this strange? Is this possibly a strange thing? It does look a bit odd, right? That's what I'm saying. Wednesday. Wednesday. Tuesday. Didn't realize you could walk through the wall thing, right? Isn't that a bit confusing? It does look like it's like, you know, it's like that. Looked over, where's he going? Yeah, right? That's the thing. That's sometimes, you know, it's confusing. Like this one, right? You're like, can I even go there? Right? You can, but I don't know. This may be a bit too confusing. But then there's got to be like a better way to do it. A different texture. But how? But what would it even be? What texture would I even have for this one? People are strange when you are stranger. Faces look ugly when you're... Is that a reference to something? Is that a song? I don't know songs. I think I know music. Alright, what if this was like, yes, I know Stanley. I'm gonna drink water right now. Alright, I'm hydrated. People are strange by the Doors. See, when I read that message, I didn't realize that the Doors is the name of a musical group. It's like me when there's like teenagers loitering outside the store. People are strange by the Doors. There's some strange people by those doors right there. But no, I'm gonna assume it's a band of some kind. Strange Doors. Okay, so if I were to make a different texture, what would it be? We have dirt texture. This is the dirt texture. So if I had another texture, that texture would still be brown because it is dirt. What would it be specifically? I should also put them all in the same like thing. I should flatten this. Flatten, this will be dirt. And then I should take the other one, which is snow. And then I should flatten this. And then I copy this and I move it into this one. New layer. Snow, and then I paste it, and then I save it, and then you might think I've messed up, but I haven't. Snow is blue. It's not actually snow. It is the snow biome though. Okay, and then you're like, Wolfie, you messed it up. Now everything is blue. No, I just have to import it in a different way. Look at this. We can go here. We can go to dirt texture. And then we can import it as a split by layer. And then you re-import it. And now, look at this. We have different things. We have 2 resources. Whoa, how did he do that? That's crazy. And then you simply just gotta go back here. And then you gotta just move this one in there, and this one in there. And now everything is set up. Everything works perfectly. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, and then you do the same for these guys right here. Let's put this one in there. Put this one in there. this one. And that one. Any worms? Anyone seen a worm recently? What does that even do? It sets the texture. You might be like, this one's already blue. Why are you dragging the blue one onto the blue one? I don't know. I just want to make sure it's not using the other one. The overlay? Wait, which overlay? Oh, that replaces the colors here. I have a shader that's set up so that the green one gets replaced with this texture. The red one gets replaced with this texture. And that's how you can have like multiple larger textures in a thing that doesn't fit in 8x8. That's how you can see these wavy patterns are large. You could even make it even larger. You could even make it smaller if you wanted. You could do that. It's fancy. Fancy looking effects here. Alright, then I can delete this snow texture because I'm not using it. Files to be deleted, yeah, delete that one. And then just check that the snow still looks good. Look at that, we got the blue region right there. Alright. Okay, so I need to think about what to do with these. What do I even do with these? What if okay, we're gonna have a different texture. New layer. Dirt background. Okay. And then we can take this dirt layer as reference. Paste it here, and then make it slightly different somehow. How do we make it look non-distracting? No, no worm. Worm does not even make sense. What if it was just like, you have like a bunch of dots? What if it was like a bunch of dots, huh? You can also do tiled in both axes. And you can make a little pattern here. Just ensure like an even distribution. Axes, axi. Right, do you think this looks good? I don't know. It looks a bit uneven to me. Could also try to remove the outline from the background dirt. Maybe. Maybe that's possible. But then it would need to be its own thing, though. It would need to be its own... It would need to make an entire separate thing for it. Maybe. I don't know. I'll think about it. Wait, okay. So if I tried this texture, I should also close this one because I don't need it anymore. Alright, this one, how do I make it look good? This doesn't look random enough. Looks bad. Alright, what if it was like here and here? Just make it like a wave pattern, but like different, you know? Wait. Like this. And then over there and there. This is too normal though. The distribution is too normal. We need some weird looking dirt here. Actually, maybe that's fine. I don't know. We'll try it. Alright, look at that. All you gotta do, you added a new layer. And then you could try placing this dirt background there. It's not normal, it's uniform. No. Probability pilled. Okay. Alright, how does this look? That looks so out of place. It's like you have that level of detail and this one's got nothing. What the heck, dude? It doesn't look like it fits. It really does. What if I simply, if I were to, I don't know. What if I had a dog? What if it was a dog, huh? Imagine. It doesn't, is it even get imported? Wait, what? Excuse me? Do I have to re-import? Is that what it is? Dirt texture, re-import. What? what? Why doesn't it work? Wait, how does this work? Why doesn't it work? Dirt texture. Did I not save it? Did I do something wrong? Re-import. Just save it. I have saved it. You mean save this file? It doesn't work. Maybe I have to delete it. Is that what it is? No, there's gotta be. Why is this texture still there? I deleted it. What the heck? Can't find file. Oh, sorry, I meant to do this. There it is. But it's not there. It's not there. There, oh, there's a dog right there. Okay, what if this was just a dog? It's not even there. What? Oh, that's a different area. Alright, you know, I don't know. What was the effect called again? Where the air particles block light from further away? I don't know. Oh, what if it's just like one of these, huh? Instead of being like all of these, it's just one of these. Fog? No. What if it was like this? Rayleigh scat. Oh, I remember that. I remember learning this in physics class. Classic. Okay. And then it's simply what if it was like this, huh? I don't understand why this isn't like auto importing. Why is this broken? Exclude layers. Layers resource. Re-import. It is not re-importing. Re-import. Oh, there it goes. There it is. But why didn't it update this one? This image is still set to the dog. If you need something for making it seem further away, you can make use of that. Rayleigh scattering to make it look bluer. Hey, what the? This texture is still there. This is messed up. Are you telling me every single time I have to go into all of these? Re-import all of them? Alright, what if it was like this? That looks bad. Removing the outline doesn't really help. Oh, man. I could make it bluer, that is true. Alright. Well, what if I simply did this? That looks weird. That looks weird. Shrink the distance between the lines. Shrink the distance between the lines? Like, this? This is weirdly blue. I made it too blue. Okay, what if it was, instead of being this blue, it was like, it's like this. Is that blue enough? I don't know. What if I make it like slightly transparent? You considered doing that? That looks strange. It's like, it's a ghost. We got a ghost platform. Well, actually, that doesn't look that bad. But it does seem, okay, maybe it's like too transparent. If it was like this, maybe. What about this? Is that good? I think the platform itself needs to stay at full brightness. True, that is true. Yeah, because then otherwise it doesn't make sense. Feels like it's far away. It's weird, you can stand on it. Alright, so then what if I did this? If I went back here and then did that. I mean, maybe that's better. Maybe this is slightly better. It should be in the foreground. Wait, what should be in the foreground? The bridge. I know I put it on the bridge layer. It's fine. It's just naming. The foreground is for this stuff. You should be behind the ladder. I should be behind the ladder. What do you mean? It should be behind the ladder. The bridge. Oh, you mean because of this? This doesn't make sense. No, it's fine. Hey, you mean like the bridge should be like here. I guess. I don't know. I guess that works. Sure. Don't trust anybody, not even ladder. Outlines are still throwing me off. They suggest the objects aren't passable. I think it's because this thing is aligned with this outline. I think in other rooms it might look better. Maybe. Okay, not that I didn't update this one, but the other one. But I can't think of a way to like have this not be aligned like this. Because I feel like I need this here because this thing blocks this platform. It's because you pulled off Rayleigh scattering too well. What? Like I could do this, but then like, because then now this platform will just go all the way across. So that's why. I guess this thing doesn't need to go all the way here. Hold on, how did I have it? I had it like this. And then I guess, this one, I mean, okay, if I could make this one not be this much, if it could be like, maybe like 200. If you drop down from it into the foreground, it makes little sense. No, it's fine. Maybe it's fine. So I just need to like, need to fix this. What if it was like that? Time to stalk other platformers? Yeah, I think I tried, and it... Like, I looked at how Mario did it. And like... Wait, Mario 2, Mario 3... And like, they have it as the same color. It was fine for them for some reason. Right? Like this one. This, like, you look at this and you think, you know, it looks fine. Nobody panic, I figured out how we solve this. Remake the whole thing 3D. No. Imagine doing that. It's the shadows under the grass? I have shadows under the grass. It's very subtle, but they're there. But how, why would the shadows... I think it's because like this thing intersects like this. So you kind of can tell this thing is there. Maybe. How are they doing this? How do people do this? Like this thing, right? Look at this thing. This platform right here. I guess this is totally different from this one. Welcome Oomphy Choomphy. Are those platforms you can walk through or are they walls? Because I haven't played it, it's not immediately obvious. You can't, look at this though, you can walk through these. Because otherwise you'd be stuck down here. This turtle's walking through it. You can in fact walk through these. You can't walk through this one though, you can walk through this one. Some games make the wall darker than the top instead of lighter. If I make this thing darker, that's not obvious at all. But like, I feel like when I played it, it was pretty obvious to me. Maybe it's subjective, I don't know. Like this, I look at this and I think like, yeah, I can totally walk through these. Like, what about this one, huh? It's because you haven't played it. Well, I don't know. Everyone knows Mario. It's a classic game. My outlines feel soft. But would that even affect anything though? Alright, hold on. Platformers, I don't know. What the? That's not Mario. Yoshi. Welcome Cole. Having an enemy walk through. There's no enemies though. This game has no enemies. Like this one, you can walk through these. That's a thing you can do. Hold on. So, if the player is ever forced to walk through those early on, they would know. Exactly. And we do have examples of, like this one. That one. This one right, okay, I don't know about this one. Floating platforms. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get away from, the floating platforms. Or maybe I could just have it be a bridge, but then they have like, it's like elevated, you know? Maybe instead of being attached to this thing, we have like, whoops. Like a thing that just goes up, connects to it like this. Scaffolding. Why do they have scaffolding on this mountain? I don't know. What if it was like this? That could work. The floating platform is the one that moves sideways. I see. Oh, you mean if I have these ones move through it? Yeah. Quite difficult. Quite the difficult gaming decisions that we have to make. To demonstrate the walkable areas, make birds spontaneously fly by, then crash into the walls and die. It's too brutal. It was under construction, then the glider came out of the wild. Also, you're like, why are there so many crates? Why are there so many crates on this area? It doesn't make sense. I was planning on having an Easter egg, like, I didn't even set up this room. We could have like a box factory. A factory that just makes crates. And then once you find it, you're like, oh, that's one. Demonstrating that it's walkable as a band-aid solution. I don't know. Floating platform hitting on nothing and coming back is bothering me. No, it's hitting this. It's hitting the wall. This shade of red. What? Needs to be conveyed through visual design. See, lots of schools I've gone to, birds have crashed into windows. Is that a thing everywhere? I don't recall it happening for my school. The shade of red you have in the editor will work. Why do I want it to be red though? Why would I have it be red? Okay, so what if I make this red? Instead of blue, it's red. Maybe it's just like red. I don't know. I'm looking at this random tile set on itch. It's immediately obvious which walls are in the foreground versus the background. Plains tile set. This one. Hold on. Yeah, but these aren't like one way. Well, okay. These are not one-way platforms, so maybe that's fine. I mean, like these. I mean, they could be much darker. It's the darkness. It's the darkness. That's how I had it before, though. I had it as that, and then I was like, this is kind of hard to read. Okay, so let me retry that. Because that is how I had it. I had it as, this was like 90 or something, or like 80. And like that is darker. Maybe it needs to be even darker. Apply a shadow. The issue is not that the background tile set looks like a background tile. It does. The issue is you can stand on it, making it not a background tile. I don't think that's the issue. What if this was 50? That's so dark though. It's too dark. Okay, what if instead of 50? 60. For me, that's the issue. Well, we have different issues. That's so dark though. I feel like it kind of doesn't fit. It's too dark. I don't know. It's hard. Making art for games is hard. It's pretty close to fitting. Hold on. Alright, so like what if I took this. Welcome, Wolf Heat. Have I tried making it a bit transparent? Yes. I have tried adjusting the alpha. I think it's too saturated. Yeah. Okay, what if I just use like a lighter shade? If it was like this, and then this. And then I still don't know why it doesn't re-import it every time. I'm gonna delete this. And then re-import it. It's there. Okay, let's try, oops. Let's try this one. Wait. Let me remove the darkening. Sorry, that's the ups. Okay, what if it was like this? That is too bright. There's actually, this is even more saturated. What am I thinking? What if it was like this? No, that's green. What if it was like this dark, this very dark color, and then this even darker color? Wait, that might work actually. This might actually work. Let's try this one. Go here, we re-import it. Oh, but that color is different. It's a different color right there. I don't know. That you can't tell. This is silly advice, but it might help to it might help to figure out where the light would come from and then adjust. Oh, I didn't even realize Diego's message got deleted. It's because subscribers are allowed to post links. Hold on, what is this? Well, if you look external content.duckduckgo.com/this thing. Right, let me see what this looks like. This image. Pay to win, exactly. I mean, like, is this... What is it about this that makes it obvious that it's in the background? Something. I mean, shadows? Bluer hue? Background stuff is colder. The lines are tinted. Maybe. The outlines are also very soft. Alright, well, okay, what if, go back to this one, and then, re-import this. And then instead of having this dark outline, I will have a lighter one. Nothing makes it obvious. Some games make it lighter. Yeah, I mean, like, I think it depends on the person. Because, like, I mean, the Mario one seemed obvious to me, but then Altscop had not played it, so he was like, it's not obvious to me that you can walk through this. Like, what about this, right? This one, my intuition is that you can walk through these. Right? But you can't walk through these. But they're like the same. It's because there's like land underneath it. I think this is what, like, for me, when I see this, I'm like, okay, this being behind is this. They are bluer. I guess, I don't know. The hue, all right. Okay, so let's see. Well, what if I had it as it's bluer? They are darker. They are bluer. Okay, so this dirt right here, we have, this is the base color. Right, it is this color. I already have that color. Okay. If I were to make it bluer, it would be, what if I made it orange? that's too much. See, the thing is, I'm trying to stick to this color palette. I don't necessarily want to be adding new colors to this. Although I guess I am fine with using this built-in blue. Well, alright, let's see. It's like darker, it's bluer. It's bluer. It's a red. I've chosen the wrong color. It's bluer, but not that much bluer. It's like this, and then this. If you want to make it obvious, you want to mimic reality, potentially exaggerate reality. Sticking to very limited palette runs directly counter. No, surely there's a way to do it. There's gotta be. What about this one? Okay, this one. Oh, okay. These appear to be passable because there's a door right there. Welcome, Liquid Cake. How fares the game? We're trying to decide how to make these make it obvious that you can walk through them, so that we don't just have like floating platforms like this. Is there a transparency option? Yes. Yes, there is. Although I think the transparency will be an issue if we have some of these that are higher up like this. It'll then have the dithering, which I don't want. And I did try the transparency. It looked alright. I think this just works. What does that mean? The clouds. Yeah, the clouds, they're high up though. I like how the brown looks. Telegraph it by having something move through them. I mean, the player will have to move through it. They will have to realize that this is for them. Moving platform. It's clear. I mean, I think it's because of this. I think this is what's throwing us off. It's like if I go here, what the frick? It's not even there. It's a lot better now that it's a different texture. You can see the wall in front of it. Yes. Okay. This is not supposed to look like this. Well, yo, what if I just had it like this in the full game? Missing texture image. You can do a shader that dithers things for you, as if objects are shaded differently. Wait, that is possible. Wait, that is totally possible, actually. I could do that. Do I know how to do that? We could have, okay, hold on. We could consider, yeah, dithering? Wait a second. We could darken some of the things, as if the objects are shaded differently. I mean, what if I just try doing dithering here? There is a... Isn't there like a dithering tool built into this? It's like a gradient tool or something? How did I do it? A-sprite dithering. Dithering. Dithering brush. Dedicated dither tool. I've definitely used, I think this exists already. What is this? Min max values BGFG. How? What? How did I? A gradient tool? Wait. No. There is a way to apply dithering. How did I? Oh, dithering right there. Bayer matrix. Okay, so instead of being blue, it should be brown. What? Why is it blue? Why is the second color blue? This? It doesn't make sense. Wait. No, this is not going to work because the texture... Well, okay. Maybe I will... I don't know. What am I going to do? How do I do things? This feels like a kind of thing to figure out off stream. Maybe. No, it's got to be on stream, right? I can't be doing this stuff off stream. Dithering. Okay, let's check. Godot dithering shader. Dither gradient shader. I don't need a gradient, I just need regular dithering. No, I think I know how to do it. I've coded enough things in Replicube that I think I could do this. So we need a uniform boolean dither false. Okay, and then we need a dither color. Instead of mixed color, we'll have dither color. Okay. And then, well, okay, you don't really want booleans. You don't want to do if conditions usually in shaders. So maybe if you don't want dithering, dither color is just going to be fully alpha. All right, and then for fragment shader, how do you check fragment shader? Godot fragment shader get coordinate. Get 2D coordinate, current position of pixel. Is it texture? Is it just texture.x? Vertex.x? Color equals. What? You think it's a bad idea to self-host a mail server? Yes. I'm not even going to read the rest of it. I'm going to say yes. You could just link it to Gmail. It's fine. Hosting your own mail server is a bad idea because things are going to mark your thing as spam. It needs to have trust. There's a trust system with mail servers. It's a thing. Hold on. Get world coordinates and shader. Use world position. Oh, I already have that, don't I? I already have world position. Hold on. Okay. So world position.x plus world position.y mod 2. How do you do mod Godot shader mod modulus float? How do you do it? Thank you, Probs Not Jack, for the 33 months. Chat, is this 3 all? What does that mean? What is that? What did he mean by this? Dithering. How do you do dithering? Fmod. Fmod. Fmod by 2. No matching function for fmod? Wait, that's a different, this is a different issue. How to a shader Godot shader modulo. How do you do modulo with a float? Shading modulation. What? Float. Do I have to like floor the float and then floor this mod 2 and then color equals this thing invalid arguments to operator module floor is okay. What if I did 2.0? You can't modulo a float in a float. Does anyone know? GLSL doesn't support the modulo operator? You can't take the modulo of a float? Int is an int. Mod. What is mod F? Welcome, Brooke. Mod F 2.0. Mod F is not a variable. Okay, mod, just regular mod. You can just calculate it. How do you calculate the modulo? Wait, no, this works. Mod is in fact a function. You think single player games need to be safe against buffer overflow attacks on, for instance, text inputs? Sure. Sure, why not? Yes. Of course. So color is mixed color, and then you gotta like multiply that by this thing. Oh, everything is okay. That's the wrong thing. Mod position. I've added a strange effect here. Have you seen this? Are you see? Holy frick! Everything is dithered. I've turned the world into a ghost. Okay, so instead of doing that, what is this error that I'm getting? Texture is null. That is true. Okay, so go to the shader editor. The default mix color should be, sorry, dither color. Wait, it's 1. Isn't that fine? If I it's my because this is I see. Times I'm multiplying this. Oh, because I don't have the mix color, right? The dither color. The dither color is not even being considered. Wait. This one, I should only apply this if I want dither. We don't always want dithering. But I also don't want to add an if condition, because if conditions in shaders are bad. They're not performant. So how do I dither amount? I could have dither amount. That's it. Uniform float dither amount is 0. And then you multiply this by the dither amount. But then this should not be mult. This should be... Wait. How does this work? Dither amount times this. If you made a plushie out of your PNG, I'd want that so hard. You would have so much stonks. I made a plushie. Making a plush is so much effort though. Imagine doing that. But you could purchase the Amelia Watson small plush available in stores right now. Available for you. I don't get any money from this, honestly, so there's no reason for me to promote this. Welcome, Catpots. What the frick happened? Wait, what happened to everything's gone? Dither amount. Dither amount should be 1.0. I don't get money? No. I get no money from that. Suppose if you want the user to write text in your game, it randomly crashes. I mean, one other thing with like not having buffer overflows is that sometimes people load save games up. You know, you download a save file from online, you run it. What if that thing causes that's the thing with Live 2D actually. That was an entire thing. Live 2D, you know, VTube Studio, which uses Live 2D, is a single player. Well, okay, they had multiplayer, but a single player thing. If someone loads a model that was specifically crafted to cause a buffer overflow, It accesses parts of memory that are not supposed to be. And then they had to release a bug fix for it. Remember that, guys. I remember. Classic. How do I get the dithering to only apply sometimes? It's because I'm also dithering the alpha. Maybe I should just add. It should not be a dither color. It should be a dither. Just dither amount? I don't know. What am I doing? Dither these, got them. Dither amount times this. It should be plus this. Maybe. Whoa, this actually looks kind of cool. What the heck? It's like if you're in the microwave or something. Are you seeing this, guys? That is lewd. What? What are you talking about? Okay, so it should by default be 0. It should be 0. The other amount should be 0. Okay, but then you can set it. You can set it on the other ones. So this one will have dither sounds like did her. I don't think anyone was thinking this. Besides you. Wait, did I change the... This is a different script. What the? The shader is a different script? That's crazy. Okay, we got the background shader is here. The other amount. 1. What? Why is it applying to everything? What? The other amount. This one should be unique. No, let's undo that. Let's make this one. I'll put this one here. It's fine. And then we make this unique. And then we set the dither amount to 1. Why is it it's applying to everything? Let's see, the middle, foreground. Dither amount is 0. Welcome Gex TV. Is that it? Is this it? Okay, that looks weird. However, what if instead of making it brighter, I made it darker? What if it was -1? Now it's a ghost. Okay, the problem is that I'm applying it to not just the alpha. Oh no, it shouldn't be -1. It should be, because everything, the maximum is 1. It should be like negative, like 0.2 or something. Whoa, look at that. That is a bit too subtle though. What about negative 0.5? Interesting. It looks weird. It looks a bit strange. It might be because I'm also dithering the alpha. So let's see, if we go here and we go to this one, color.xyz. Is that how you do it? Color.xyz. Welcome Tin Fox. How do you, is that a thing? Color.xyz. Is that real? Is that a real thing that exists? It is, okay. So that means we have the mix color, color times mix color, and then you have color.xyz plus equals this, right? dither amount times this thing. Alright, so now this is not dithering alpha. Although it appears to be doing so. But why? It's because it's the wrong shader. It should be this one. Okay, so that is too dark. Wait. Yeah, that's too dark. Okay, what if we make it negative 0.1? I don't know about this. This is hard. Who knew making a game is going to be so hard? What if I just totally got rid of the idea of these things in the background and just had, you know, like a different bridge? A bridge that can be aligned on its own. We can have supports on the bottom. There's some scaffolding that hasn't been removed. Welcome, Sheriff Pumpkin. Anyway, I think that'll be it for the stream, though. That should be all for today. I feel like I've not actually accomplished that much. No, I created these. I made these guys. Maybe that's fine. Maybe that's all we really need in this world. It's fine to have background textures. I gotta find like a way to make it work, though. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out. Hopefully. What if I never figure it out? What if I just give up? That's life. What if we just all just give up? No, don't you ever. Okay, let's touch a file. Just so that I know that everything has been synchronized properly to my main computer. I need to rerun this. Is there a command that runs a Unix command multiple times after some time? What is a Unix command to run another command on a timer? What's it called? Sleep? Do this after 5 minutes? What? Sleep in this? No, I want it to, it should repeat. Is that not repeat? Is that a thing? Does that exist? What? Cron? No, I just want like in my current session. Is that a thing? It doesn't even exist. Repeat as a Z shell? I'm not using Z shell though. No, there's something. Someone at my previous job used something like that. Something that would repeat something. Repeat command. There. Look at this. To verify that I'm human. Oh, it's watch. Watch. Watch command. Watch 60. 60 is not a command. Watch dash n 5. Okay, I see. I'm pretty sure in this amount of time though the file has already synchronized. Yep, I didn't need it at all. Okay. Okay, so that'll be it for the stream. Thank you for watching. Default of watch is 5. All right. Anyway, we did some things today. It's 2. This guy knows. Dirt texture. Let's save this. All right, this is gonna be it. Oh, look at this background. What is a whale of some kind? A humpback whale in Greenland. I use it all the time at work. I think I've used it like once. Anyway, let's see what day it is. Let's rate someone. Yeah, that's what people use. People use it for Kubernetes, listing the pod to check the pod status, you know. Alright. Alphabet Magnet Day. It has a built-in watch modifier. Alright, this may have been like before they added that. Alright, we got Hooray for Buttons Day. Lost Sock Memorial Day. Christina Day. Public Gardens Day. Oh, that's a good one. Sleepover Day. Tear the tags off the mattress day. Hooray for Buttons Day. Let's do National Sleepover Day raid. National Sleepover Day raid. Bam. Alright, who is streaming? Twitch.tv. Alright, let's see. A lot of people online. Who do I send? I could find another game developer, maybe. Software and game development. Anyone doing software and game development? Oh, look, no one. No, literally no one. I'm the only one streaming in this category. That's crazy. Let's see. Any of these people? Do I want to raid anyone here? The answer is maybe not. Maybe. Anyone here? No. Maybe next time. What about what's this person doing? What about this person? I think I'll just rate someone that I know. Alright, so who do I know? Who do I know that is streaming? Many people. Several dozen. Wait, it's this person's birthday week, isn't it? Is her birthday? I don't know. Let's rate Nino. Anyway, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna be back tomorrow with some Variety Saturday. I've not actually found any games to play in addition to the ones that I already had last week. I should probably get on that. Should probably find some games to actually play. But look forward to that tomorrow. I will figure out how to make these background platforms work in a way that makes sense. Or maybe they just won't make sense. Welcome Zeb as well. You will play Celeste? No. Well, there is Celeste 64. That was on my list a long time ago and I never got to it, so maybe I will actually play Celeste tomorrow. Celeste 64. Or maybe not. Or maybe not. We will find out tomorrow. And I'm gonna sit here and wait for several seconds until that raid goes. For some reason I choose to do this instead of just clicking the raid button. Alright, the raid's going. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.